What if you had superpower to reverse whatever wrong you have done in your life? I could think of many things which I could reverse and change in past. But in software, this is possible. Really, it is possible. Do you want to know what I'm talking about? Welcome to Up and Personal and to our second episode of it. Git and why we should use for everything. Alright, so you must have had lot of mistakes done in your life. I have done too. And that's what makes us human. But obviously, programmers and developers realize that long before. If you are a fresher, this is for you. There is a way to reverse every mistake you have done ever. If you are on a system, it's easy. It can be done. There are a lot of ways to do it, and the term which we are going to use is called source control. This might sound a little bit scary at beginning, but it is not, believe me. It's one of the most amazing thing which I can say which has been done in computers. What is source control? Consider you are running in a field, right, in your life. Think that in your life if you could have put some checkpoints, some points in your life where you can revert back. You do know that, right? You have used system restore, or if you have not used it, it's also there in Windows. So you can save your system at a point and restore back to it. But what if that restore point was also faulty? How do you go back even? And that's where source control comes in. When you start to write any new project or any new thing in your computer, you should think about source control. What source control does is that it will create different versions. So consider you have done some amount of coding or of your project work. You can save at that point of time and you can create something called as commit. Then you can move ahead and again you can create another version of your software. So you keep on creating new versions of software, but you don't lose out in older versions of it. If you want, at any point of time you can go out and check out that older version of your code and your complete project will return to that older version. Generally, I prefer to save my work through commits every day. You know why? Because it relaxes me a bit. Even if I make mistake with my 8 hours of work in office or at home with something, I know I can revert it back to the previous version. So now we are going to talk about why I have kept the title as Git and for everything just in a second. But what is Git? If you are a fresher and if you are a new person to software, Git is a tool for source control. In source control, as I told, you have different checkpoints and Git is a tool that you can use to do it very easily. Generally how Git works is basically it keeps the changes saved. It doesn't keep the complete system saved, but the changes you have done from one version to another. And then when you want to revert back, it just removes those differences. Also, with Git and central repository, you can have multiple people working on same file. When you have multiple versions, each person can have his own versions. Git is a tool through which central repository information can be passed down to each different guys if someone has checked in or pushed his code to the source, and then from source other guys can pull it. So there is these two terms, pull, push. Each of these guys, when they are making changes in their code, when they save it, that is called a commit. So a Git is a way or is a tool to do source control. Source control consists of commits, and commits can be merged in, can be reverted back. Git is for everything because if you are saving your system, consider this. If you are creating a text file for your project, use it. Because if you have made some changes, consider you by mistake Control A and Control S. Control A of selection of all file and you were trying to paste something but you hadn't copied, you had just copied a small v, your whole file will change, and then you lost the information because you have saved it. If you have pressed Ctrl S, you can never go back to your project as it was. If you would have used Git in that, you can simply revert back to the project as it was. At least maybe you will lose some hours of work. You're not crazy, you're not going to save every 1 hour, but consider your work spans for 2 weeks. Maybe consider saving it every day. We'll see an example of it, what basic commands are there in Git on your screen right now. To work with Git, first of all, you have to install it. So go to google.com and just type git install, and then you can simply see there are two links which will come for you. Go to gitscm.com downloads, and then according to your version of Windows or Mac OS or Unix, just download a version of it. So after you have installed Git in your computer, you can go ahead and create any text file. So consider we have created test.txt. Now as I was saying, if you just write test, I can simply save this file and then close it. But tomorrow I come to same file and I make some more changes in this. I had copied some text from somewhere. Maybe I was just copying this, and I, instead of pasting there in the specific position, I pasted it everywhere. So it asked me to close and save the file. I saved it, and now all of my content has gone. Yeah, maybe by mistake you have pressed save. Now there is no way to retrieve whatever I wrote is gone forever. So what you have to do is open command prompt in Windows or terminal in Git. So I will open terminal now. So I have the terminal with me right now for this folder. Alright, so you have installed Git in your computer, and then once it is installed, you can open command prompt. In Windows, you can go to address bar and type cmd. It will open command prompt in your current folder. That's the easy shortcut for that. In Mac, you have to right click on the folder and then say new terminal at the folder, right? So now let's just open the terminal. In terminal, if your Git has been installed, you can just type git / and version, and then you can see if this is getting printed. If it is not saying that Git is unrecognized or something, in Windows if it is saying, or in Mac if it is saying after installation, just restart your computer. After Git has been installed in some place, just type in git init. That's it, just that 2 words. That what it will do is it will create a now git check versions inside this. So now let's consider I am making some changes in this guy. First of all, let me just close it. We have now blank text file. So let me make some changes. Let's just save and close the file. Now in Git, what you can do is you can say that I want to track the current file. So I typed git.add. Then you want to say that I want to see what is the status of all the changes which I have done. So you can see that when you write git status, it simply says that no commits yet present, and one change is there which you can commit. So after you have checked the status of file, just write git commit, and then you have to write -m. It's basically extra parameter which you are sending. Just write -m and any kind of information which you want to associate with this commit. That means basically you are saying I want to save this commit and I want to name it something. So you have to just give something. I will give my first commit. That's it. Now our changes has been saved. Let's make some more changes in that. So we have made some changes, saved it. Now we will create another commit. Before committing, obviously you have to first check what is the status of your files. So you see that there is a red color thing written here which is saying modified. These are not currently ready for commit. So to get it ready, I am just going to add it to list here. Let's clear it and let's try to see git status now. Now you can see it is in green color. That means this will be committed. Whatever will be in green color when you do git status will be committed. So let's just do that now. Git commit -n second commit. That's it. Now that file has been changed 2 times. Now consider you have made a mistake and you deleted everything and you closed the file. Now the content of file is gone. If you are writing some project, that project is gone. It doesn't only work on txt file, but it will work on anything which is related to words or letters or strings. Other things are also saved and backed up, but I would say it is more expensive in that case. So we have removed all the content, and then we can do simply one thing. If we want to revert whatever changes we have made right now, right, if we have removed the content, it will show in a red color as you saw previously. If you want to reset all the changes which you have done right now, so you can just write git reset with hard comment. Now what it will do is it will have the changes back in your computer, whatever you made. Alright, what if you want to go to previous version? So we'll simply say git log -2. We'll get the version which we want to go to. We'll simply say git checkout. I want to check out a certain commit version, so you just paste the file which you have copied, paste it. So this should revert our file back to the first version. So with git, as you saw, all our versions are maintained, right? We'll go into details about git in some other course, how you can push it to remote, but I think this gives you an idea how you can manage your any kind of content which you are creating in your computer with git. It's easy, it's safe, so that because you have lot of checkpoints, you can revert back to any point in time. To summarize, a source control is a way through which you keep versions of your software or anything, any kind of text file or code, whatever you are writing. If you use git, you can have previous versions saved. And if you make any mistake, if you find that after 2 weeks of work your system code is not working, if you were saving it every day, if you are creating a commit every day, you can revert back to any version where it was working. You can revert back to previous day's version, and then you can start working again. If you revert back to 2 days, if that doesn't work, then you can revert back to 2 days back of version, and that can work. So there is a really good use of git, and that's why it is so important that you learn about it. Thank you for watching the show. This kind of episode will come on Wednesday every week, where I get close to you and talk to you personally about coding stuff and daily life. There are multiple plans in future where I am going to interview my friends and have their experience inspire you, motivate you, or to teach you things or two. Keep tuned. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Please do consider liking this video if you thought this was helpful for you, and do keep watching this channel for more videos in future. Thank you. Sayonara. Bye bye.